Hey everybody, it's your boy Pee Wee back with another video. Now, usually I try to go into comics with an open mind. I try to not let my personal bias of certain aspects of stories like cloud my objective review of a comic. But I'm going to start this video off straight up by saying, do not be fooled with this comic. Do not be fooled by, the quick synopsis of it. Do not be fooled by people essentially saying that it's good or, like for a son-in-law comic, like you know what you're gonna get if you've read a lot of manhwa. You know what you're gonna get when you think of like a son-in-law, like Son-in-Law Above Them All, or all the other abandoned son-in-law comics. Well, in my opinion, think of all those, but think 10 times or even 100 times worse than those. Like for this comic specifically, I personally had to go and um, basically ask someone who's read the actual novel to this, simply because, as of right now with 14 chapters, you don't really get like the full picture of what this comic is going to be. Um, but a quick synopsis, if anybody's wondering, it's the typical abandoned son-in-law thing. Our main character, he walks in on his wife cheating on him. Basically, she's like, "Oh, you're useless. Only someone else is, good enough for me." And so, they basically say, let's get a divorce. And so, basically, our main character, he hides his identity. He's from the Ye family, which is the most mysterious family of all the families. There are a lot of mysterious families, but the family he's from is like the biggest, most powerful, most influential one. The reason he was a son-in-law of this family was because his grandfather gave him a mission saying that you have to complete this test by being a son-in-law of this family, marrying her, yada yada yada. And so basically, we have it where our main character seems like he is going to do what all the other, son-in-law comics have, where our main character, he leaves the first wife of the comic. They get a divorce. He moves on from her, moves on from her family. Um, I will say personally though, like the reason why I get so like upset thinking about this comic is because like right here, even though like they're planning on getting divorced because she cheated, she's like, oh, he's cheating on her. That's the real reason. And her family, of course, will believe her over him. And essentially, I'm just gonna say it. The worst part about this comic is they get back together, and they get back together, they break up, they get back together, they break up. It's just a constant, in the novel at least, it is a constant story of her cheating on him, um, him getting back together with her. Like at some point there was like a whole situation in the novel, from what I've heard, where she gets pregnant with some other dude, but like she's having an affair with some guy. She gets pregnant. That guy can't have kids, so like she assumes it's the our male leads, and like, but in actuality, it was a third guy whose child, because she was messing around with some third guy while messing around with the other two to begin with. And it's like, basically, if you like being cucked, like this is the perfect story for you. Like our main character has to be one of the biggest green hats I think I have ever read in a comic. And but that's essentially the whole premise of this comic. You think he's going to be like this badass son-in-law who, he has his hidden identity, but he's going to like step out into out of the shadows. Basically reclaim his place as like the top dog, so to say. But he doesn't, and like from what I heard, he never does. And he just constantly keeps getting back with this ex of his who just constantly keeps cheating on him, even like ending up taking care of a baby who isn't his, but like thinking it is his. And it's I just I can't. It's just talking about this comic in itself is already just like, I don't try to let comics like influence my emotions, or like let my opinions um like give me like a specific distaste. but I can't help it with this comic. And like I know there's a lot of people who are going to be fooled by the whole abandoned son-in-law, thing, because you have all those previous ones that are actually like they're not great, but like at least our main character like doesn't keep going back to the girl who cheats on him constantly, and like he actually moves on and finds someone good. He never does that in this comic. So, but yeah, I just wanted to, that's my review. If you think you'll like the whole NTR thing of our MC being cucked constantly and like never moving on from it, then all power to you. I personally am not one, so I will not probably not continue to read this. If I do, it'll probably be way, way down the road. Um, but as of right now, it's like just thinking about this comic is, I don't know. It's just, I wish, it would follow the same trend where MC does move on from this first female character. But it's just like knowing that he doesn't and that he continues to be cucked over and over and over again. I, I don't know. Maybe it's definitely not for me. It's not for people like me, and all power to those who it is. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Um, if you guys like these reviews, I appreciate keep coming back and help me grow my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.